Mary Breckenridge. Mary Breckenridge's life is not a story of rags to riches. Much rarer, hers is a passage from material riches to the riches of the spirit. She was born in 1881 and grew up in a large and loving family. The Breckenridges were among the most distinguished names of the Old South. Mary's grandfather, Confederate General John C. Breckenridge, served as Vice President of the United States under James Buchanan. Her father was the American minister to Russia. 8 years later, Mary learned to ride in the hills of Kentucky. She learned to speak French fluently at a Swiss boarding school and even lived in Russia. She came and went easily among America's most influential and privileged families. Like any other wealthy young woman of her time, Mary might simply have married and decorated some man's life and career. This was not to be. Her young husband died, and she married again and had 2 children. Both children died, and she lost her second husband as well. She fell well beyond mourning into despair. All the grief and passion that was in her at the moment in time came out in her decision to become a nurse, so that other children might have a chance to live. She enrolled in St. Luke's Hospital School of Nursing in New York City in 1907. After the First World War, Mary went to France as part of the American Nurses Corps. The beautiful French farmlands were an ocean of mud, blasted towns, and broken families. Mary describes seeing children crying with hunger at the same time that cows, their udders painfully full, were crying to be milked. Mary Breckenridge and her fellow nurses helped at least 10,000 homeless and starving children, giving them food, life, and hope. When Mary returned from France, she went to the Appalachian Mountains of Kentucky, where she knew that people lived poorer lives than anywhere in America. In her mind were the stirrings of an idea, which was to become the formation of the Frontier Nursing Service. Over the years, it would be a model for rural nursing services worldwide. "If I could do it here in Kentucky," she wrote, "no one could claim that their terrain was too difficult." In 1925, there were 3 nurses working with Mary Breckenridge. By 1928, there were 30. By 1931, Mary had overseen the building of 6 outpost clinics and a 40-bed hospital. In 1931, Life magazine ran a 6-page picture essay on the nurses on horseback. Since it was established, the Frontier Nursing Service has registered 250,000 patients and delivered 25,000 healthy babies. The Frontier nurses now visit an average of 35,000 mountain homes each year. Mary Breckenridge's success drew visitors from every country. Presidents and princes, doctors and journalists visited her at Wendover. One doctor from India said of Mary Breckenridge, "She had in her the elegance of past ages, the graciousness of daily life, and the courage to ride a spacecraft." On May 16, 1965, Mary Breckenridge died, her dream in this world complete, not because her work was finished, but because it would go on.